Game developers, welcome to another episode of GDevelop 5. As you can see, I've got my Milanote open and we are going to be working on episode 2, creating tiled maps. But before we dig into the details, I want to crank up some tunes. Any good game developer needs to listen to some nice tunes, relax, and just listen to that, and do some game dev. Do what makes you happy, like game development on GDevelop. So I am gonna crank up my music here. That's nice. Reminds me of my student, Lou. Anyway, back to Milanote. Here we go. So, episode 2. At the end of this video, you will be able to download tiled... Oh, grammar mistake there. To create tiled maps for your game. What are tiled maps? I will show you in a moment. You need to download a terrain sprite sheet that you can use to paint your tiled maps. I will teach you how to import your sprite sheet into tiled, create a tiled map, export the tiled map as a .json file, which is very, very important, especially since we are using GDevelop, and GDevelop reads .json files when it comes to importing your tiled map. We are going to import your tiled map into your epic game that you are developing. We are going to create platform blocks for your tiled map, and then this I'm going to remove because that will be covered in episode 3. So, this is what we are going to be covered, and this is what you are going to learn today. So, the first thing that we need to do, as you can see here, is download tiled. Now, I've got the website here, mapeditor.org. This is the home page. I'll add the link to the description of the video below, so it's easy for you to nip down to this website. Then you're gonna go to download on itch.io, right? Smack a click there, hit download now, and if you are familiar with itch.io, you will see this pops up. I don't want to pay for this.
Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning.
Somebody's talking.
Of the dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here?
So, we do not want to pay. No thanks, just take me to the downloads. Click that button. It's going to bring you up to your downloads. Now here you have to select, right? Tiled installer for Windows 32-bit. Most computers runs on 64-bit, so you go for that. Or if you are on a Mac, you download tiled map editor for Macintosh. Let me just crank this down slightly. Right, there we go. Now, once you are done downloading tiled, you can open up, you should have the tiled icon on your computer, tiled. Once you open that up, it is not going to look like this. It should look something like this, unless they want you to log in or register, something like that. Can't remember what window pops up, but just close that window so that you can get to this window. This is the home page on tiled. Good. So if you have this page, well done. You have downloaded and you have tiled map ready to use. But now, before we can use tiled map, we need to download a terrain sprite sheet. In order to do that, we will go to itch.io. I will also put a link to this website in the description below, so it's easy for you to find. Now, in itch.io, I'm going to go to the search bar and I am going to look for Pixel Adventure. And the person who made Pixel Adventure, he added all his assets for us on itch.io, and he made it free to use. Now, most of these assets are also available in GDevelop, but they are they were not made into a tiled map. So we need the sprite sheet. So in order, when you get to this page, Pixel Adventure, you click on download now. I'm not going to pay. I'm going to say no thanks. Take me to the downloads. Pixel Adventure 1.zip. I'm going to download this bad boy. I'm going to put it on my desktop. Save. Now it's on my desktop. Close this. Let's minimize that. Let's open up Pixel Adventure. Here you go. You can see. Let's unzip that bad boy. Here's the folder free. I'm going to take it over there. Alright, so now I can delete this. So we have free over here. Let's if I double click on free, here are all the sprites that the person who made this gave us for free. I'm going to double click on terrain. If you open up this PNG file, you will see it looks like this. Now, this is going to be your palette, what they call. We are going to select these images and we are going to paint on a canvas our level. Let me show you by using Tiled, the software that you just downloaded. So now, close this. Let's go back to Tiled. All right, I'm going to say new map. New map. Click on that. Make sure that the orientation is orthogonal. Your tile map layer format is CSV. Make sure that here on the side it's 16 by 16 pixels, because the size of the images, as you can see here, I go to terrain, look at the name here, 16 by 16. So the person who created this used these blocks. The size of these blocks is 16 by 16 pixels. So we have to tell Tiled that we are using 16 by 16. And then here your map size, this is how large of a space you want your level to use. Now as you can see, your width and height, they use tiles, not pixels. Don't get confused. I'm going to make the width of this level, if I say 100, that's maybe a bit too big. I'm going to say 80, and the height is going to be 50. So 80 by 50 tiles. I'm going to click OK, and as you can see, here's my palette. Think of it as an art canvas. It's empty. We have not painted anything here. So now we need a palette. We need to get our paint that we are going to use. I'm going to click on new tile set. I'm going to make sure embed in map is selected. It needs to be selected. Otherwise, this map that you draw here will not work in GDevelop. So we say embed in map. Tile width 16 pixels, tile height 16 pixels. Good. Image source. Now we select our canvas, our sprite sheet. I'm going to go to browse, desktop. Here's my folder, free, right? Double click on that, go to terrain, because we want to paint the terrain of the map. Double click on that, and here you go. Here is your sprite sheet, 16 by 16. Double click on that. Make sure again, embed in map is selected. Yes. Click OK. Wow, now we have our paint canvas, if you will. Now this is my level. It's blank. So I'm going to start painting things in this. I'm going to select some grass. I'm going to drop it in here. I'm going to paint it. As you can see, that looks a bit weird, right? That looks a bit weird. So how do I fix that? Well, you click on it, then you select another part of the block here that you want to paint. So I click and hold, and I select this part. Go over here, and I just add to it. Let's do it nicely. There you go. Now I have like a base layer for my map. If you want to zoom in, if you use your mouse wheel, you will see it just scrolls up and down. If you want to zoom in, you hold the control button and then you roll your mouse wheel. Then it will zoom in and zoom out. So I'm gonna fill up this whole level. So it looks nice. There we go, there we go. I'm gonna add some other features to my level. Let's add some jumpy blocks. Gonna zoom in, I'll put one over here. I'll put another one over there. Let's extend it a little bit. Make it longer. I hold my middle mouse button to grab hold of the level, and then I can drag and move it. So I'm gonna make this a bit longer. Right, maybe I can add some of these blocks over here. Let's see, like this and like this. Let's see. Any way that you want to do it, right? Maybe that doesn't look very neat. So how do I delete this? I just select an empty part of the canvas. Just click there, drag this out. Now my brush has got nothing selected, and I can delete the tiles that I am unhappy with. I'm gonna add some of these jump through blocks. Select it here. Add it over there. Make it look nice. Oopsie. So you can go and play around with this and have some fun. You know, design an interesting level for your first level. Make this up. So then maybe we can add an obstacle. Let's add some of this. This one, this looks nice. So they have to jump, get over this. When they get onto the other side, I'm gonna add this block just to make sure they don't fall off the level. So for my first level, I think what I want to do to get the player to learn how to jump in this game, this is what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to jump on here, jump in here in order to complete this level. Right, so there we go. We have our first level. Now, the question is, how do I put this level in GDevelop? And the answer is, we go to File. There's a few steps, so you have to be careful now. We're going to go to Export. Export As. So we're going to go to Export As. And I'm going to call this map.json. It has to be map.json so that we know this is a JavaScript file. going to save it on my desktop, save, and then I'm going to jump into GDevelop. Now my map is empty. I need to add my tiled map into my game. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to add new object, click on add new object. It might look like this. If it looks like this, just click on add object from scratch. So you can see this. You go down, and as you see here, tile map. We are going to click on tile map. Then all of these, you don't have to change it. However, tile map and tile set, the atlas image, we have to add into GDevelop, choose file, is your terrain sprite sheet. Remember the one that you downloaded? That's in the free terrain 16 by 16. Double click on that. Do you want to make a copy? Okay. So we have our terrain sprite sheet, but now we need to add the tile map so that GDevelop knows what the map or the level looks like. So we click on tiled map.json file. Remember, we saved it as a .json file. We're going to go to choose a file, and I saved my file on the desktop. So I can go to on the desktop map.json. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to say open. I'm going to say okay. And that's it. Then I'm going to say apply. Now if I drag this into the level, oh my gosh, look at that. I have my level, and it looks much better than just using those box objects that we did last time. So this looks amazing. Let's test our game, right? Then maybe let's move this map a little bit like this. So it's in the frame. Let's put my character. Actually, let's put this not on the base layer. Let's add a layer. I'm gonna call this layer the tile map, and I'm gonna hit enter. I'm gonna use this and move it to the tile map, and the tile map needs to be behind the base layer. Okay, I'm gonna use my character and put him there, but let's test it. Let's see if it works. The character, as you can see, let's move it up here, keeps falling through, right? Keeps falling through. Look again. Whoa. Okay, this is a problem. And the reason why is this tiled map is just an image. If I zoom in, this is just an image. So for GDevelop, we have to put some parameters so that GDevelop knows where the character can land, where's the platform where he can jump on, and so forth. So how do we do that? Very easy. I'm gonna change the name of my tiled map, and I'm gonna say this is my level. Okay, I'm gonna go to add new object. I'm gonna head to sprite. Actually, I'm gonna go to tiled sprite. I'm gonna say this tiled sprite is 32 by 32 pixels. That's fine. I'm gonna call this my platform block. Right? Platform block. Select an image. Now, I do not have an image for the platform block. I'm going to create an image. Now, the idea is, and you go to edit with Pascal. The idea is that the player, when they play your game, they will actually not see this block. This block is just there to indicate to GDevelop that this is a platform on which the character or the player character can run and jump and walk. So I'm just going to use the filler tool, paint bucket tool. I'm going to select a color here. Let's make it yellow. I'm going to paint it yellow. Excellent. And remember, we have to change the file. I will call this platformer block. And then you hit save. And you say apply. Oh, before you hit apply, let's go to behavior, add a behavior. We call this platform. What is this? This is a platform. I'm going to say apply. Now I will take this block and I will add it to my level. And I will remember, look here, if I put the block under my character, let's put it there, right? And I play the game. My character can stand on this block. So what I'm going to do, oh, there he falls down. I'm going to take this block, I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to stretch it out. I'm going to put it over this whole area here, this whole area where the player can stand on or bump against, any area with collision. I'm going to add it. Let's add it over there.
I'll take it.
Alright, there we go. Put it down.
And it all dissolves.
Maybe move it in slightly. There you go. I think maybe this one we should bring it down just a little bit. There we go. As you can see, and zoom in. As you can see, let's try and put it right on the line there, right? So bring it up a little bit. There we go. Excellent, excellent. And I'm going to do the same for all of the solid blocks in the level. So here we've got some more. Add another platform block. Bring it down, widen it. Okay, there's one. Let's add another one. Make it smaller. Bring it in, widen it. So this is basically what I'm doing. I'm covering all of these platforms with my platform block, especially the solid ones. There we go, there we go, excellent. Now, the one thing I want to mention, oopsie daisy. The one thing I'd like to mention is these platforms here, I have another plan for them. But let's test what we have so far. Preview. Oops, good, my character is on the block. I can jump onto another block and another block. Not those ones. Okay, so far I've got some a platform for my character to jump on, but it's very ugly. It's just yellow. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my events, untitled scene events. I'm gonna click on that. I'm going to add an event, add condition. I'm gonna say at the beginning of the scene, because as soon as the level starts, I want GDevelop to do the following. What do I want GDevelop to do? I want GDevelop to take the platform block that's in yellow, and I want GDevelop to hide the block. The visibility of the block will be hidden, so the player will not see it. But the block is still there. It is just not visible. So I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit preview. And there we go. Now, the level looks so much better, right? We have grass. We have some platforms to jump on. It's starting to look much better. So now I want to show you another nifty for these platforms, I want to create another special block for them. I'm going to say, so how do we do that? I want to create a block that if the character is under that area, he can jump through. As you can see at the moment, the character cannot jump through this block. But I want to make a block where the character can jump through but then land on the platform. So let's see, how can I do that? I can go to add a new object. I will go down to tiled sprite. I will call this object, I will name this object, let's call it jump through platform block. Jump through platform block. And I will create an image for this block. And I think I will give it the color green. Is that green? Maybe green, right? And I will name it jump through block. And I will save it. Oh, wait, it's not done yet. There we go. Now I can save it. And I'm going to go to behaviors. I'm going to add a behavior. This is going to be a platform. And then here in type, I can change the type to jump through platform. So jump through platform, hit apply. There we go. Jump through platform block. And I'm going to add it here to my platform. Right, and we do that for all of these that we want the character to be able to jump through. Right, excellente. Now if you click on an object, you hold control and you drag it. It makes a duplication of that object, same size. I'm just gonna put it over there. Drag this one, put it over there. Hold control, click, and drag it over there. And there you go. Now let's see if our level works. Preview. As you can see, brilliant. These blocks work. Let's see if I jump through and I land on it. Amazing. Let's see, jump through. Okay, this one's too high. But as you can see, I can jump through the platform and land on it. Jump through and land on it. Excellent. However, it is green and ugly and I don't want it. So now I want you to think a little bit. How will we solve this problem? What do you think? That's right. We'll go to events. At the beginning of the scene, it will hide the platform block. But I also wanted to hide the jump through platform block. So I click on, let me show you, add action. Click on jump through platform block. And I want this block to be hidden. So I go to hide. Click on hide. Okay. Play. Now it is hidden. And if I go over there, my platform works. And it's beautiful. My epic game is finally starting to come together. Right, let's see if we have met our objectives for today. Go to Milanote. We downloaded tiled, good. We downloaded a sprite sheet, done. Import sprite sheet, yes. Created a tiled map, yes. Export the tiled map as a JSON file, correct. Import your tiled map into the Epic game, yes. Create platform blocks for your tiled map, 100%. And there you go. Those are your objectives for episode 2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me in our game development journey. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in episode 3. Thank you. Thank you.